would you rather play with Michael Jordan or LeBron James as your teammate in their prime?
I am not dancing around this like Fred Astaire or Michael Jackson, God rest his soul, their soul, or anything like that. But there is only one answer to this. And guess what it is? That depends on who you are. If I'm Kevin Durant, okay, I want to play with LeBron. If I'm Kyle Korver, I want to play with MJ. You see how that works? I mean, if you are an alpha male, if you are an elite baller who considers yourself a #1 option, you with Jordan is going to be a clash. You with LeBron James, LeBron is going to be receptive to giving you the ball, taking some time for himself, etc., etc. But if you are a considerable #2 or lower, then LeBron is your guy. I'm sorry, Michael Jordan is your guy because he's the clear #1. So you have absolutely no problem whatsoever being secondary and being treated like you're secondary. But if you think there's a #1 in your soul, in your abilities, in the core of who you are, and you're not deferential, you don't want to play with Michael Jordan. You want to play with LeBron James. That's the answer.
Well, the answer depends on a couple things. First of all, on the premise that you're trying to win a championship. That's got to be the most important thing to you. Okay, so let's start with that.
That's what we
then
did.
what kind of team are you on? Is the team loaded? If the team is loaded and you're trying to win a championship, go with Michael Jordan because he will not let you lose. If the team is not very stacked, you might want to go with LeBron because he could do more with less even if he doesn't take you over the top. What kind of personality do you have or does this player have? Does this player just want to win and be around for that and do one very specific job, let's say? That's for Jordan. But if you're the type of personality who says, to hell with that, I could take the last shot. I want to be the reason we win. Then it's LeBron. LeBron is not the guy who throughout his career has wanted to take the last shot all the time. And Stephen A., you brought this up because he's not a great free throw shooter. There have been many worse, but he's not a great free throw shooter. Jordan was an excellent free throw shooter. And so the way the NBA is organized, like that guy maybe wants a little help, so enter Dwayne Wade and later Kyrie Irving. But if you even believe, it's not that Jordan never passed to a guy who could shoot in the clutch. If you're the type of person who believes you can make a major contribution to a team, you know, the type of guy who could take a last shot, you'd rather play with LeBron, you're more likely to get it.
Max, I got Stephen A. I just feel like I got a little bit confused. Max, what was your main point again?
Depends what kind of person you are. You want to take the last shot, yes or no?
Okay, so like all right, so sorry, I just got a little bit confused there for a second. So I agree with everybody. And Stephen A., actually, I applaud you. You're actually, I swear I thought you were going to go with the Jordan way, but I like how practical you're thinking right now. I appreciate that. Because here's also something you have to factor in, and you alluded to this if you're a big-time shooter. The amount of pressure that is on you, because if you're playing with Jordan in his prime, you're going to be in the triangle offense. And from somebody who's played this offense, let me tell you, it's something that people should think about, okay? 33 cuts for every pass. 33 cuts for every pass. So by the time the ball, if you're a guard-dominant person, if the ball's in my hands, like I'm used to going off PNRs, I'm used to pushing the ball down in transition, I don't know if I want to play in the triangle, right? The triangle takes the ball out of my hands. It puts the ball in the hands of a big-time wing or a big-time center, pinch post or down low on the block, i.e. Kobe and Shaq, and then you have MJ, okay? But if you're a guard and who likes the ball in his hands, who wants to play in a fast tempo up style system, you're going to want to play with LeBron because of the ability to share the rock. So I agree with both of you guys, which I was surprised. It depends upon the style of player and what you have. But I will tell you, Stephen A., that triangle offense, the ability, like, it takes a special type of player to not have touches throughout the course of the game, and then Michael Jordan get double teamed to all of a sudden kick that ball out to you and say that's your 6th or 7th touch of a game or 7th shot of a game, just to be ready to deliver that with not being in the rhythm of an offense. That takes a special type of player. You know, a lot of guys are volume players. They need volume touches to find their lather. Not a lot of guys are built that way.
The one thing that I think that I need, and Jay, and definitely want to come to you, back to you with this, because I think it needs to be said about LeBron James, and this is not a negative in any way. This is just a reality check, and it has a lot to do with why Kyrie wanted to leave Cleveland. See, LeBron is a basketball savant. and he holds the ball because he's usually creating mismatches. He literally dribbles up the court and he looks for whatever mismatch he could create play to play. He's that brilliant of a floor general. And because of that, what happens is you might have guys that don't want to wait around for LeBron to make a decision as to what the best play is going to be. Some dudes are elite and they just want to ball and bust your you-know-what. And they don't want to wait for mismatches to be created. That's what LeBron James does exceptionally well, but it's also the kind of thing that could turn someone off who views themselves as a number one option. And I think we'd be remiss in neglecting to mention that.
Stephen A., I would just combat that by saying if Kyrie Irving were in the triangle, he would be even more frustrated with that system than he would be with at least waiting around for LeBron because he doesn't have the ball in his hands at all.
Yeah, I agree.
But Jay, I don't think that's right to assume that playing with Jordan means playing in the triangle. Michael Jordan's game travels to any era, and he'll be the best in any era.
But Max Kellerman, you said winning championships, Max Kellerman. You said winning championships.
Yeah.
Jordan won championships playing what offense? He won championships playing what offense?
That's fine, but it's not as that happens to be the offense he played. He could have won in any offense. Michael Jordan shot when he started taking the three because the league changed even a little bit and he got a little older. He hit 43% of his threes one year, 37% another year. If Jordan were coming up in this era, he'd be better than a 40% three-point shooter probably, certainly high 30s at least. If you look at Jordan at his best, 32, 8, and 8 in a league that didn't allow for that 8 assists a game. If you look at what James Harden's doing, put that on steroids, you'll get Michael Jordan. So playing with Jordan, it's not like he only could have won championships in a triangle. He could have won championships in any offense.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.